Welcome to episode 58 of the Average Games Cast, and I'm Cam, and I've got Jeremy, and we're going to talk about video games. Yay! What if we did the whole podcast that way?
Oh, that'd be annoying as fuck.
No, it'd be kind of cool, though, I think.
We could do the whole thing as Kermit the Frog. Welcome back to the Hella Average Podcast.
You sound like Kermit the Frog if he was like a Family Guy character.
This is Kermit the Frog here. Hey, Piggy. I gotta be a bear here.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 58, I think, of the Hell Average Games Cast. I probably should look things like that up before we start recording.
I think it's 15. I think it's 59, actually.
59? Did I skip a whole episode? Like, I do these things, and you think I would know by now, like, what the number was. Like, how do you let me fuck up that bad, Jeremy? Like, you're supposed to be here for moral support.
Well, first of all, it's funny. And second of all, when have I ever been helpful?
Well, you did that one time. You did the one thing. And that was helpful.
Well, actually, this is 58. I just looked it up.
Episode 58 of the Hell Average Games Cast. As always, I'm your co-host, Cam, alongside the one and only, the stand-up comedian, Jeremy. What's happening, buddy?
Just ready to knock this out and get to bed.
Oh, is it past your bedtime already?
Oh yeah, I've actually been tired since 8.
Oh shit!
I'm an old man.
You're an old fuck.
I had me my dinner of cod liver oil, watched The Wheel, and now I'm ready to pass out.
I can't lie, I do love The Wheel. I do love The Wheel. Unfortunately, we don't have Carmin today as he is having technical difficulties. Now, that is not to say he won't join us at a later time frame. We don't know because we can't read the future. Sadly, we don't have superpowers here at the Hella Average Games Cast. So me and Jeremy will proceed as the terrible twosome. We've got video games to talk about. We've got shit to go over. And we're going to try to get a Superfight in. Maybe. So listen up. We're at another week for the Hell Average Games Cast. Jeremy, tell me what you've been playing.
I actually haven't played too much, but I can say I was able to procure an NES Classic today.
Woo! Finally! And
yeah.
Tell the best part.
Oh yeah, it arrived, and as soon as I opened the door, picked up my package, and walked right back in the door, my power had gone out.
What a sad wah.
That was the second time in 30 minutes. It seems like whenever it's a nice, bright, sunny day in my neighborhood, the power has to go out just on a regular basis.
You finally got a NES Classic. You paid retail price for it. It arrives on your door. You say, fuck you, scalpers, and the lights go off.
Exactly.
What a terrible
time.
It's
like they knew.
Have you got it hooked up yet?
I do. I actually had a chance to play it some. It came on a few minutes after I got it.
So what all have you got into? What have you experimented with?
I went right to Star Tropics, one of my favorite games on there.
Very nice.
I also messed around with some Kirby. I messed around with a little Super C, which I gotta say, I'm surprised they don't have the original Contra on there. They went with Super C. Still a good game, though. I popped in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and I was able to knock out Glass Joe in 46 seconds.
Very nice.
It was so funny, too. Like, he backed up, he lunged at me, I punched him in the gut, knocked him down in one hit, and he just did not get back up.
Very nice. I'm very proud of you for doing that. Last time we loaded it up, I played at Carmin's, and we got to Piston Honda, and I couldn't get past him, man. I just couldn't get past him.
Really? Wow. Yeah, you got to fight him again later on. He's actually tough the second time you fight him.
Yeah. No, that's what we got past him the first time, and we got him to a second time.
Second time. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you got pretty far. So you got past King Hippo and all that.
Yeah, I believe we did. Yeah, I'm almost positive we got to second Piston Honda.
Okay, yeah. Second Piston Honda is actually pretty rough. He's a lot less predictable and so forth. So yeah, you got pretty good far ways into the game.
Fuck yeah, we did. Because I ain't no scrub.
Hell yeah.
What else you play, Jeremy? Anything good? Any modern video games?
Yeah, I played more of that East 8 game I was talking about a couple weeks ago. Yeah, and I've I was right and wrong, because I do still think I am towards the end of the game, but I just had so much shit to do in it. Like, I was going for trophies and stuff. I had to catch all the fish. I had to do some more raids, some more hunts, some more side quests, get some more equipment and shit, and I've made very little progress in the main storyline.
I see.
I'm like 62 hours in. But,
so you gonna be able to finish it soon, or did you finish it, or like how you looking on that?
No, I haven't finished it yet, but I'm hoping to finish it soon. I'm really wanting to get this thing done and play something else.
Okay. So now you got to a point where you're like, please let me get done with this game.
I'm still enjoying it, and I'm like at like almost level 80 right now. But I'm like I want to see this through to the end, and I kind of want to get it done and move on to something else.
Understandable. I do not blame you there. I really don't. Because I get that feeling for a lot of games. I'm like, please let me get done with this. So what do you think the best game experience you had this week? Tell the fans what they want to know.
Well, I did play a little Tekken, and I was able to beat the arcade mode my first try through without blocking.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Only because I didn't know how to block. That was a funny thing.
There you go. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, I can get down with it. There you go. Jeremy can beat Tekken without blocking because he is a bad motherfucker. A real bad motherfucker. I didn't play a whole lot this week. Now that I'm thinking about it, I did download and play some Absolver.
Mm-hmm. And how was that?
That was. So I don't understand. So like the way I thought, like I saw this game getting a few 8.5s. It's getting some 8s, right? We're gonna talk about this rating scale later. But I saw some positive things about it. A little bit of buzz from some of the people in the industry that I follow on Twitter and so forth. But this game is just it's apparently it's not for me. I got into it for about an hour. I just felt like I was wandering around kind of aimlessly, like going to fight these guys. The whole point is you defeat like I think 6 or 7 people to become an Absolver. The story mode is over pretty quick, and I didn't even feel the need to finish that. But they say apparently where this game shines is it's multiplayer and it's quote unquote deep combat. And while I can see there was a lot of customization and like you have different stances which allow you to do different combos, it seemed boring to me. So there might have been a lot of options. It just seemed and felt boring. So I wasn't down with the combat. There was no story per se, and I didn't like it. So I got into it about an hour, and I just cut it off and deleted it. So
yeah, it just wasn't for you.
It wasn't for me, and you know I don't want to knock it for being a bad game. I just don't think it's a good game. So
I do have one question though, because I haven't played it yet, but I have downloaded it. Is I've heard people call it like compared to the Souls games. Would you say it was like them?
It's definitely got a difficulty and a learning curve. There is like you need to dodge. You have a skill like I chose a balance class, which my right stick when I flicked it, you go blue, and for me, I take a hit, but I absorb it, and then the damage I do after that, I gain health back. So each different class has like a different ability that you can do. So I guess you could loosely compare it to a Dark Souls type game. If you get ganged up on, it's really hard. Like I got 3 people on me, and it was just like insane. So
yeah, but I think
Dark Souls.
I thought like maybe. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought maybe it was like Dark Souls-esque in like how it played and so forth.
Kinda.
It sounds like people. I think that they were just saying it's Dark Souls-esque in its difficulty. That's just become like the cliche default. Crash Bandicoot is the Dark Souls of platformers and blah, blah, blah.
Right, and like there is like you run and like you'll get to a certain point, there'll be an altar in the middle, and you hit it, and you're gonna sit down and meditate on it, and that's where you can like upgrade and go through your gear and whatnot. So yeah, it does have some elements of Dark Souls. You can see it kind of like being an homage to that style of game. I just don't think it does what it. To me, it didn't do what it needed to do to hook me. So, but definitely worth trying out, especially for free.
Oh, yeah.
I would say go ahead and grab it, see what you think about it. I downloaded Heavy Rain, so I'm going to be playing that tonight after the podcast, after the show. Play some more Mario Kart, slaying through them cups slowly but surely. I like cut it on and do about 4 races a night. And sometimes I skip a few days and just like playing it casually, and it feels good. It's fun. And what else? That's about it. I've got this strange itch. There's been a lot of talk and buzz going around Warframe lately. Apparently, they've updated a lot of stuff, and this game is just pretty good. A lot of the podcasts I listen to, they're getting back into it. I'm thinking about trying it, like actually giving it a legit shot.
Well, I think I heard like the buzz was it was coming to the Switch, and that's why everyone's getting all antsy and they're pantsy for it, you know?
Yeah, I did hear it was coming to Switch. I think that like ignited people playing it on other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So I might give it a shot, see what it's all about. Like I hear it's kind of like that. I guess I would compare it to a DC Universe model where you get to the end game, and I don't know if it's a subscription based or how it works, but like you got in game grinds, you do stuff like that. So we'll see. I'll have to learn more about it. I don't know a whole lot about it, so that's definitely on the radar. But that's it. That's all I played. Had a pretty light week. I've been watching anime a lot.
Oh, dude, me too.
So that's been taking up a lot of my time.
I was watching Gundam X all week.
Oh, very nice choice. I got back into One Piece, and
I got your text about that.
yeah, and I got Michelle watching My Hero Academia with me. Like she watched the first 2 episodes. She's like, you can't watch the other ones until I'm there. So I was like, okay.
Oh fuck yeah! Get a little off topic. What do you think of that so far, My Hero?
I like it. I like it a lot. I mean. I just got to the part where, and it's pretty early. It's the first time that, I guess I'm on episode 3, and he's met All Might. All Might kind of like jumped to, like was going to the demon with him in his arms, and then he saw him turn back into the frail version of himself and all that. So
Small Might.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. I can definitely see, and then seeing what I saw at your house, I can see where it's going to go. So I'm down with it.
It's only just now started its 3rd season, and it's already in like my top 5 anime of all time.
That's a bold statement.
It's not bold, man. It's that good, son.
How long do you think they're planning on like keeping it? You know what I'm saying? Like how in depth are we going to be?
I don't know. They've got a good wealth of stories going on. It all depends on the author himself. We're not going to see One Piece levels of like 1,000 episodes.
Okay, I didn't know if that's what we were looking into.
No, but it could probably get to around 100 or so.
Okay, I can get down with that.
Me too, definitely.
All right, so let's keep it moving. There's nothing really in the new release spectrum that we have to talk about. Like I didn't see anything really worth talking about. As usual, there's a bajillion. Carmin, is that you?
Carmin,
is Carmin back with us?
Hey, welcome to episode whatever the fuck we're on. It's the Hell Average Gamecast. Carmin here. Woo!
Carmen's in the building. We had faith in him the whole time.
I'm about to start that anime too. I'm about to start it, yeah.
Yeah.
Carmin, what you been playing, buddy? You just missed it.
I've been playing a lot of Bloons Tower Defense on my phone.
Getting that mobile gaming in.
Yeah, I really like tower defense games. So that one's really got me hooked.
Are you towering and defending as hard as you can?
I'm building monkeys and letting them pop balloons with darts.
That sounds like a grand fucking time.
It is. It's super fun. What
so
else? Have I played anything else? A little Overwatch.
A little Overwatch. How's that?
Good. You should have signed on. Like when me and Will text you.
Have they released that hamster guy yet?
I'm not sure if he's not on the PS4 yet.
Oh, okay.
He's in the PTR.
So we miss you. Like it wasn't the same without you here, Carmen. Like it didn't feel the same. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I hear you, loud and clear. I downloaded Audacity on my other computer, Discord on my other computer, and like the mic still wouldn't pick up, so I didn't know what the hell to do. But
I'm glad you got it fixed because I believed in you the whole time.
What's on the agenda?
All right, so here's what we got. We don't have a whole lot of new releases, so nothing worth talking about. As usual, the Switch is getting a bajillion indies,
ports,
stuff like that.
Indies, yeah.
So we're about to move straight into news. We got a nice topic to talk about, and then we're going to Superfight, buddy.
Yeah.
So let's kick it right off. I don't know if you've heard, but there is a new Mortal Kombat movie coming. It is a reboot of the series. It's going to feature Teen Raiden and a main character that they made exactly just for the movie.
And it sounds awful.
Fucking awful.
Do
Do we need a new Mortal Kombat?
Like movie?
Yeah.
No. And if we did, there's enough characters on there that they don't need to create another goddamn Resident Evil fiasco with their insert fanfic character here.
Yeah, and I don't know why they're doing that. Like, there's a whole lot of lore from Mortal Kombat, and there's a shit ton of characters.
Plus, Raiden's a god. How can he be a teenager? He's immortal. I just realized that.
True. Plot hole already.
Yeah.
Get your shit together. Who's directing this?
Kratos had to grow up too.
Yeah, but
True.
he's half god. Raiden just was. And will always be.
He just became in that form. Oh, who's directing this? Have we looked into it? Did we get that far into it?
Some asshole.
Some asshole coming to a theater near you. Jeremy with the all the news you could ever hope to hear. I'm not really too excited for it. At one time, they did this fake leak of Mortal Kombat, and there was like all these high-profile actors and who are they going to play, and it was almost like the perfect casting. And then something happened, and then it just went bye-bye. And then there was like some YouTube trailer that came out around the same time I think not Mega Man X, but Mortal Kombat X did. And that was a badass trailer. You remember that trailer?
No. The only thing I do remember that there was like a short-lived online series. I think it was called like Mortal Kombat. God, what was the subtitle called? I got it on my Blu-ray shelf. It was actually really good. Where it was kind of like these 10 to 15 minute videos that were like vignettes about the past of the fighters. Like they covered Raiden, they covered Johnny Cage and Sub-Zero and Scorpion. It was really good. I was like, if they ever did a movie, that's who need to get direct and star in.
I think the moral of this story is stick to the video games.
Pretty much. By the way, I looked it up and I think it says Simon McCoy is in direct to direct the reboot.
Simon McCoy, huh?
There's nothing on him.
Lovely.
So, yeah.
Makes you feel good.
All right. So this is going to be a no-go for me.
Oh, hell no. Like, the original Mortal Kombat was one of the few watchable video game movies, and it was only watchable if you were, like, born at the time. Like, if you were to go back and watch it now for the first time, it's cheesy as shit.
But it was still a fantastic movie for the time.
It was a decent movie for the time, and for video game movies, that's about the highest praise you can get.
Okay, so yeah, but like in the video game world, it was like the cream of the crop.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you have Frank Welker voicing Goro, that's amazing.
I just looked up Simon McCoy, and it's like, best known for directing commercials. I'm serious. The very first line of this Variety article, it says, Simon McCoy, best known for directing commercials, is in talks to helm the Mortal Kombat reboot for New Line Cinemas.
Oh, man, I can't wait to say product placement galore in there. Just, I'm going to kick your ass, Goro. Right as soon as I pop into these delicious Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Heat our advice. Just go play Mortal Kombat X or XL. Even better. We got a release date for Darksiders 3. Fantastic game. One of probably THQ Nordic's best franchise, in my humble opinion.
Since it's the only franchise I know of that they do, I agree.
Well, maybe not franchise. Well, I guess you had to call it franchise. Game in general.
It's a franchise.
Game in general. November 27th, they're coming out with Darksiders 3. I don't know what the actual name of it is. I forgot to look it up.
Just Darksiders 3. They don't do that subtitle.
They don't do like Darksiders 3, Hellmouth,
Revelations, Requiem, or any of that crap. No, it'll just be Darksiders 3.
They released a brand new trailer, and then they released a longer gameplay trailer. So it looked really fucking good. I watched both. Did y'all check them out?
Yeah, it looks dope. I'm down for it.
I haven't looked at it.
Dude, they're dope. You should check it out when you get a second, man. They're pretty fucking cool.
Like I love this aspect that they decided to do ever since the second game, where each game will focus on a different horseman. It's like the first one was War, second one was Death, and this one is Fury. I like her like chain whip thing. And it looks like it's gonna be more God of War like, kind of like the first one was, which I'm kind of happy about. Because I know a lot of people love the second one more with the open world exploration, but I thought the combat was a little weaker in my opinion.
Well, coming from me, who didn't play the first one, the second one was fantastic.
They're fantastic games. I still like the first one a little bit better because it felt more Zelda-like.
Ah, okay. I see.
Yeah,
I see.
You went into dungeons. You got a special treasure, which you needed to finish the dungeon and to open up new areas of the world, which I thought was really cool. Second one played more like an RPG, which was cool, but I wasn't a big fan of the loot aspect. Which, I know you do love it, but it just got annoying when enemies would constantly drop armor and weapons and shit, and I got tired of just checking their specs, just kind of blew them off half the time. Man, this one looks like it's going to go back to the more basic formula.
Speaking of armor, I went to our good friend Rob's apartment last weekend, and we played Diablo 3, 3-player mode on the hardest difficulty. Bro, that was so fucking fun. Talking about armor out the ass. God, that's such a good game. Oh, man. Carmin, is this a pickup for you playing some Darksiders?
I may check it out. I haven't decided. I played the first one, and then I haven't touched the second one, so we'll see. They're fun games.
Get it. I said the second one's been on sale multiple times. You can get it for almost nothing.
I have it.
You do have it?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay.
I just haven't played it. It was free.
Oh, that's right. It was a free game a while back.
Yep, it sure was.
I think you'll enjoy it. It's fun. I really like Death as a character better than War. So we'll see what they do with Fury.
I like the weapon style they chose, so it all looks pretty good. I'm excited for it. Go check out the trailer. Go check out the gameplay. It looks really good. You should probably pick it up. It's going to be a great game. But moving on to other great games, Fortnite Season 5 is about to go live, and they have been teasing into what it could bring to what it could bring. I don't know what I just said.
That axe looks like Kratos' axe.
Yeah, there's an axe in there. And that's not the only artifact, but what they're doing is they're making like historical artifacts like appear in the game, right? But there's an axe that looks a lot like Kratos' axe. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But we don't know what it means yet. We're going to find out, I believe, tomorrow. So that's exciting. I'm actually really excited because they had this whole rocket launch we talked about last week or the week before. I can't remember. It cracked like the world. And so like you're kind of seeing that this is not the real world. They're in a dome. And there's no telling what they can do with it. So I'm pretty excited to see where they're going. Jeremy, is this going to make you jump into it?
Nope.
Come on, man.
There's nothing they could do to make me jump into Fortnite. It's just not a game I care about.
Come on, Jeremy. What if they made it like
they'd have to
an RPG?
They'd have to make it they have to make it a completely different game that's not an online competitive Minecraft shooter. In which case, it's not Fortnite.
Okay.
I mean, you can play the PvE mode.
True.
I still want to try that. I still haven't gotten around to actually buying that.
Yeah, it's going to go free. It's supposed to go free to play this year too, so who knows? But the season 5 is not entitled. What am I saying? God, I can't talk today.
What's it entitled to?
It's entitled to be a badass fucking game. But it's titled Worlds Collide, which would indicate that they might be mixing up and bringing some other worlds into the Fortnite universe, kind of like they did with Marvel. So that is exciting.
I thought it had to do with like the real world stuff that you're finding in actual real life that's going on.
It could absolutely have. That could be the case too. We don't know, Jeremy. That's the best part. We don't fucking know.
I mean, they found that big burger in the desert.
Yeah, there's a bunch of llamas. The Fortnite llamas has appeared around Europe.
Yeah.
So nobody knows. We'll find out tomorrow. So I'm excited to hear. We'll keep you updated and definitely be talking about it next week. There's a lot of not free games. There's a lot of cheap games. There's only about 8 or 9 free games right now. So go get those too. But there's a big PS4 mid-year sale going on. They've got discounts on like 800 games. If you're in the market, go check it out. I think I've got a couple I've got my eye on that I'm going to pick up.
What are those?
I'm thinking about picking up Diablo 3, the Eternal Edition, which has all the DLC. And I'm thinking about picking up Far Cry 5.
Okay.
And there was one other one that caught my eye. I'll have to go back and look. I looked up the pictures, like there was like a list with all the stuff, and they had like the box art beside it, and there's one other one I was looking at and I can't remember.
I said there's like 100 games they have on
there's
sale.
A shit ton.
Everything they had was either stuff I already had, I don't care about, or the sale is just not even remotely good.
Yeah.
So it's not their best sale. It's definitely quantity over quality, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can't remember what that last one, but I know I was looking at and eyeballing 3.
Well, you mentioned Darksiders 1, but I also remember you saying you got it for free on Xbox.
Yeah, I've got it. That's what I don't think it was that, but I can't remember what the fuck it was. I'm sure I'll think about it later. Who cares? But go check it out. There might be some awesome pickups in there that you might not want to miss out on. Like a lot of Final Fantasies are on. You can get Fallout 4 if you haven't played it yet. Witcher 3. So there's some good deals. Go check them out.
I didn't see any Final Fantasy. Oh, no, I take it back. They had
X
7
and
and 9.
X2 were on there. I'm looking at it right now. There's some really good
7,
deals.
9, X, X2.
Yeah,
12.
they did have 10, 10 2.
The Fractured
Honors.
Butthole
Yeah, you're
is
right.
almost 60% off.
Well, that's good. I didn't see that.
Everyone loves a cheap butthole.
Everybody does. So go check it out if you own a PS4. It's great. Everybody loves saving money. At least I know I do. If you don't, you're probably a Nazi. So go check it out. Also, while you're in the checking shit out mood, Xbox just released a sick-ass new controller. And I just want to talk about it because I fucking fell in love with it. I'm probably going to order one just to have it. I don't know why. Like, I just feel like I'm spending all this money, but it's called the Sport Controller. It's this white, like, cool-ass minimalistic controller. Go check it out. Send it to you guys. What y'all think about it?
I loved it. I like the way it looks.
It looks okay.
Jeremy was not... It's hard to wow Jeremy.
I mean, like, honestly, if I'm getting a controller, it's going to have to... Just a new color doesn't impress me. Like, if it was like a themed controller, like a Batman one or something, I'd be more into it.
Jeremy just buys the controller that's on sale, the cheapest one you can find.
Pretty much. That's why I have 4 PS4 controllers. 2 of them came with the system. The other 2 I just bought because they were super cheap. Like, might as well have them.
It's like this white controller with silver stick, silver D-pad, silver lettering with some type of like design on the front. And then there's like this green color mixed into it. It's cool as fuck looking, in my opinion. I like the way it looks.
That's not. I mean, I would definitely buy it over a regular one, but I'm not gonna buy it just to have it.
I like what they do with controllers nowadays, especially Microsoft. That's one thing where they excel at. Like the customization they allow on their like Microsoft store for controllers and the shit they come out with is pretty good stuff.
Oh, I agree. They beat Sony on that one because Sony
yeah.
just doesn't do anything.
They don't do hardly anything. They do like a few colors and maybe a couple of special ones, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's literally just a couple of colors, your typical camo color variations, and that's it.
Yeah. Our buddy Andrew, he's got like one of the cool like blue see-through ones that I haven't seen a lot of. It's like the clear plastic on the top.
Yeah. I've got one of those on for the PS2.
Yeah, that's where I remember from was back in the PS2 days. And I think they tried to kind of mimic that. It's really cool looking. I really like it. So, yeah, the red one I think is pretty badass too. So those are probably my 2 favorite ones. But alas, go check it out. Let us know what you think. And one other thing I want to talk about in the news, and that's really, I mean, we're getting kind of to the end of the news, which sucks. It's been a slow week, and it's been kind of slow since E3, to be honest with you. We had like one good week out of all the every week since E3, but Overwatch players raised $12.7 million for breast cancer awareness, which is awesome, and they did it by selling Pink Mercy, some type of something for Mercy.
Skin, I think.
It was a skin, yeah. So they did it by purchasing this pink skin, and they raised a lot of money, so that's awesome. Like, I mean, I always love hearing good, feel-good stories about that when gamers come and give to the greater cause, the greater good of humanity, if you will. So good on.
They should have done some form of a loot box or something. They probably would have sold even more, raised even more money.
Oh, yeah.
Like do all pink-themed items or something.
Yeah, I agree. That would have been loot boxes doing good for a change.
Absolutely. That's actually a really good idea. Thing. Make sure you give Carmin his credit, too, when you do it. Be like, this motherfucker right here is the real MVP, because we all know he is.
That'd be good nipple if it was like pussy cancer. Loot boxes.
I like how this motherfucker goes. They need to do it for pussy cancer.
You got some cancer in your pussy there.
Oh, that is terrible. That just sounds bad.
Oh.
I told Jeremy about the part I had to edit out last week about the Hadoukens.
Oh, hitting the Kamehameha on the cat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I call it the Kamehameha.
Oh my goodness. All right. Woo. So we're going to talk about something. The reason we're going to bring this up is because it's actually a conversation we had earlier today. What is our thoughts? And we will obviously want to hear from the fans and the listeners out there on kind of this rating system format we found ourselves in, like state of gaming, if you will. When a game comes out, obviously people rush to sites to see what the ratings are. They'll skip over the full articles just to see what the number is.
I know I do that.
They'll head to Metacritic to see what they're getting, so on and so forth. So we're going to dive into what we think about it, how we feel about it, and is it needed, basically. So go ahead, Jeremy. You had something to say. Kick us off, then. Let us know how you really feel.
Well, I think obviously we do need a rating system because we gotta know if it's good or bad, and we don't always have time to read full articles, so it is good to give it a number or a letter grade and so forth. However, what I found really interesting when I was texting with you guys about it was how, like, our perception of what average is doesn't really make sense. Because you look at it now, 7 out of 10 is considered average, when technically that's above average. Average would be 5. 4, anything less than that would be below average. But if we see a game and it gets like a 6, it's considered garbage. It's basically, if a game comes out and it doesn't get at least a 7 or above, it's shit. No one wants it. And then if it's like from a storied franchise like Grand Theft Auto or Mario, if it's anything lower than a 9, it's considered garbage.
The scale definitely has changed, but I'm still kind of stuck in my ways that, like, I'm expecting an 8 to be like phenomenal.
That's not. You're not incorrect. Technically, an 8 should be like a great game.
But you find now that games get these 8s and 9s, and that they're just not of that standard.
Mm-hmm. I think, because I've read a lot of articles too on this, and it seems that 7 has kind of become the industry standard for okay. Because I'll read a lot of like the actual reviews, and they'll be just citing problem after problem, but they still give it a 7 out of 10. And I think it's just the way that, and it's going to sound a little conspiratorial, but I think it's like some of these gaming companies manipulate us to make people think their game is better than it actually is. Because we look at 7 and go, well, 7's above 5. That's better than average. But if you think about it, it's really not.
The old payola.
Yeah, there's definitely, I think, some payola going around there.
Well, that's definitely happened. Haven't we had some confirmed cases of that happening?
Absolutely.
So here's how I feel about it. The fact that and I'll kind of play off what Jeremy said, the fact that anything lower than a 9 is considered decrepit is bad. Like,
well, for certain
yeah. So like, I mean, it's like, oh, a 10's excellent, a 9's good, and then you get to an 8, it's a piece of shit, or when a game gets mediocre reviews, 7s across the board, people don't want to touch it, and I don't understand.
Because I mean, if Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out and it gets an 8, I think it's still going to sell like gangbusters, but people are going to say it's shit. They're going to say, this is the worst Grand Theft Auto of all time.
That's exactly what will happen.
But if you had like some random game come out from a no-name company, it comes out and it gets like a 7.5 to an 8, people go, oh, wow, this is really good.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, the biggest part that gets me is when in these reviews, like, you've got game reviewers on companies like IGN and, whatever site you might go to. And, like, these people, like, their job is to write these reviews, and they spend a lot of time and effort writing these multi-paragraph articles,
mm-hmm.
and then people just skip over them just to get to this meaningless rating system. Like, how would you feel if that was you writing that article?
Well, like I said, I do personally. The first thing I do when I look at a review is I do go right to the number. But like I go to Game Informer a lot, and I'll generally go right for the number. And they also have like a little side box that like talk about the graphics and the playability and so forth. But I will actually, if it's a game I'm interested in, regardless of the score, I will go back and read the actual review just to see why they thought it was great or bad or just okay. Because I do put time and effort into it. But if it's a game I was just kind of like mildly interested in, kind of just like, oh yeah, I wonder how that game did, I'll just really just look at the score and go, oh, okay, it did really good, or oh, it sucked, and so forth. But I do still read the review. I think a lot of people actually do, if they care. Because let's face it, if a game comes out that they've been excited for and it gets a really good review, they want to read about how awesome it is and get hyped for it. Or if it comes out and it gets a bad review, they want to read about it and go, wow, these people are fucking bullshit. They don't know how to play a game. What do they know?
Yeah, I mean,
It's a double-edged sword. I mean, you have reviews coming out for games that aren't completed and gives them a perfect
That too.
score.
That's very true. Like PUBG.
Yeah, like how does that happen? How do you review a game and it's not done, it's not perfect, and you give it a perfect score? So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's too. People got to realize that every game review is basically just an op-ed, it's an opinion article. I mean, you got a person who played the game, and and there could be a lot of factors in it. The hype behind it. I mean, if the person writing it got caught up in the hype, I'd be a terrible game reviewer.
Oh, you would.
Just
because you fucking give tens all day.
Yeah, just because I get caught up in like the beauty and awesomeness of games too easy. Because I can suspend disbelief to a point where like almost everything catches my eye, which is not a bad thing until you go to write about it objectively.
Then I'm the exact opposite, right? Unless it's something I care about, I think it's shit.
See, there you go, and that's why we need people like that in the world. How do you rate yourself, Carmen? Where do you see yourself at?
I take everything kind of case by case. It's like I'm not gonna shit on a game just because I'm not into it. So
that's a better attitude to have towards it then.
It's like I said, like when we were talking about the games that should win the best sports game, and you were like Mario Tennis, and that's when I told you like you really can't judge it just because you have no interest in soccer, because like that's not a good way to come at it. Of course, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but it's like if we're thinking logically, like a better sports game is FIFA over Mario Tennis. Six out of 7 days, 364 out of 365. Like,
but also at the same time too, like if not to like disagree with you or anything, but if I'm to review a soccer game and I don't care about soccer, even if I try to be impartial, that's really going to affect my review score because I'm not a soccer fan. I don't like soccer. I don't care about soccer.
You would never be writing about that. They would never drop. They would never drop that on your desk and be like, "All right, Jeremy, I know you've been playing Nintendo all week. Here, can you write about Xbox FIFA 19? Thanks."
That's true. You would want to give it to a soccer fan.
You would give it to the person that plays sports games.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I mean, it's all according to that, but then again, it's like you kind of need to put it in somebody else's hands. You need to put it in your hands and say, "Hey, go play this game, and tell me what you think about it, just based on your playing, not based on your past experience with soccer, like when you got trampled as a kid, or like."
It's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that because I remember Game Informer a long time ago. They used to do whenever they did a game review, they had a second opinion column where they had someone else play it who wasn't the reviewer, and they didn't give it a review score, but they kind of gave their impressions too. And sometimes they say, "Yeah, this game was great," also, or they go, "Man, I don't know what you were smoking. I thought this game sucked." I think it'd be nice to do something like that again. Have maybe two different people with two different opinions playing the same game.
Yeah, and you have to take it for what it's worth. Take it for what's right there at the time.
Yeah, because you get someone who's like a fan of something and someone who's either a casual or doesn't care that much for it, and then get like another perspective on it. Because then if two people, like if the new, I don't know, Battlefield comes out and Cam's a huge fan and he talks about how fantastic it is, and then I play it and I'm not a fan, but I go, "Yeah, I had a real fun time with this game," then it's a really good game.
Yeah, and I can see that, like putting the person like that's the most objective into it. But I don't just like the air in general, like just like you told me today, Jerry, when you're like, "Oh, I got mediocre reviews," and then I was like, "It's got 8.5s." You can see the difference in how we view it. You know what I mean? And like the fact that we have to break it down to that like nominal of a thing is what's the number rating is crazy to me.
I think that's something else too. The number rating is kind of just like the paraphrase of the review. And otherwise, we would just, we'd be talking about it and go, "Well, what was reviews like?" And then here, let me send you a 3-page long text of various reviews. It's just kind of like, it's just say, "This was a 7. Oh, this was an 8.
Yeah, but when the score doesn't go below 7, it's now on a scale of 7 to 10. Like.
Yeah, but I'm saying if 7 is the average.
Yeah, like I want to know what like IGN gave Mighty Number 9.
Well, just check it out. That's the beauty of the fucking internet. But yeah, and I don't know if we'll ever get away from this.
Out of 10.
Yeah, see, technically that's slightly above average if we're being technical.
Yeah, absolutely.
gaming review terms, it's well below average.
And that's what I mean. Anything a 5 and over should be a playable,
Good
experience. But that's not how. I mean, you get to a 5, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel, and
Pretty much, you're starting to get into
that's bad. But that's where we stand on that. And like, I don't think we'll ever get away from it at this point. It's too ingrained in the culture and too ingrained in everything about gaming that I don't think we can get away.
No, you can't get away from a rating scale.
I absolutely.
And
agree.
what's even better than the rating scale right now is just pure hype, just Twitch on its own. Like, if the game is hyped, it's going to do well. So, like, that right there drives scores through the roof.
Unless it's just an absolute abysmal failure that they can't possibly hide, like that Aliens Colonial Marine game was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean there. I can get behind that.
But that's very rare nowadays.
Yeah, usually they have a decent product by the time it comes out. Sometimes they fuck it up, No Man's Sky, but most of the time they don't. They do pretty good. But that's it. Anybody you got anything to add, Carmin?
No, man, that's it.
Good to go. It sucks. That's what you basically need to know. I give this conversation an 8.5 out of 20. It's bullshit. 8 bags
Too
of
much
dicks
water.
out of 10. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, so you boys want a super fight?
Let's do some super
know it.
fighting and let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, so let's start off. Jeremy, have you started drawing the epic super fight you and Cam had?
No, I actually forgot about that, but I still have that text saved.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get you guys out 2 character cards. Let's see.
Give them good this time.
Yeah, I got fucking stomped last week.
Yeah, you got fucked over real bad.
All right, Cam, so as the reigning champ, do you want to pick the character first, or do you want to pick powers first?
Oh, we gotta pick character first, baby.
Oh, so you... Well, no, I'm saying that. Do you want to be the person who gets to choose the character first, or do you want to be the person that chooses powers first?
I got you. I'll pick character first.
Top or bottom?
Let's go bottom.
Power
You
bot.
got a gladiator.
Okay.
Damn, good pick. Ah, lucky
Jeremy,
bastard. Okay.
you
Yeah.
got the Pope.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. God, you would get the luckiest fucking draws.
It's going to come down to...
I better get some.
You got to get some...
I gotta get some good powers, man.
All right. Jeremy. Pick
Yeah.
2 numbers between 1 and 4. Do not repeat your number.
Okay. I'll take 4 and 1.
All right. There's 100 popes, and you have a magical unicorn horn.
All right, so we gotta describe what this unicorn horn does.
That's a very good point.
From the only lore that I know of unicorn horns, I don't fucking know. It can like.
You want me to draw another power just to say what it does?
Yeah, because keep the 100 posts, but draw another power, because that one's a little too... It could be either too OP or too stupid.
Okay, so you want to scrap the magical unicorn horn.
Yeah, I'll just take another random card. That one's too hard to define.
All right. This is a funny one. You're the Pope.
Okay.
There's 100 of them, and your clothes are way too
Okay.
tight.
Oh boy, I should have kept the uniform, the unicorn horn.
Well,
All right, now
Cam?
let's see. Cam gets the atomic bomb and Superman and
there's 10 gladiators, and they're made
Okay.
out of paper.
oh, thank God, I got some mercy.
Oh shit! 10 gladiators made out of paper, and this is gonna be. I mean, I guess it has to be regular. Well, can this be like the strongest paper in the world?
The strongest paper in the world is like construction
No,
paper.
this
so
is
go
just
for it.
we're gonna go that this is standard paper.
All right.
Because if you start fucking mixing and matching and molding cardboard and cardstock, before you know it, you got damn leather. Like,
That's
know
what I'm
you.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
You're a gladiator. You're made out of normal ass paper that you print documents on, and there's 10 of you.
I can deal with this. I think I got a plan.
All right. Let's go, Jeremy. I will let you do the honors.
Okay.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. First off the bat, the Pope outnumbers you 10-1. Second of all, I have the power of the Lord Jesus Christ on my side. I'll just use my magical Pope powers to make it rain and make you all soggy. Also, I have the Pope's staff, which gives me a good little reach. You're also made of paper, so it's going to be extremely hard for you to actually hurt me. I'm going to argue this, but Carmin, feel free to veto it. As I am the Pope, I also have a lot of security, obviously, because I'm one of the most powerful people in the world, which would hopefully protect my 100 popes. But if not, I understand. So I'll stop.
Is that your...
Yeah, that's my first argument, I guess.
All right. You ready, Cam?
Yeah.
All right, yes, I'm ready.
Go.
Okay.
All right, first off, the Pope is 81 years old. So it doesn't matter if there's 100 of you when you can't even move well. Your clothes are already too tight, so you're already restricted more. So an 81-year-old man who can't hardly move and also has too tight clothing is not looking good for you. That means that even though my gladiators are made of paper and you outnumber me 10-1, my gladiators still have the skill of a real gladiator, and we've got to assume their weapons are still deadly, although they're made out of paper. Now, you don't have any form of water to solute, like make my paper weaker, so I can come at you full force. Even your punches probably aren't going to do that much damage. I don't like the fact that you have a bodyguard. That doesn't suit me. We'll have to let the Carmin veto it. Nonetheless, I'm going to come at you with everything I got, slashing for your throat, trying to get as much bloodshed as possible. I think that my 10 gladiators, with their military knowledge, plus as many cuts that they can deliver to you, could take out your 100 popes that can't move, that are old and decrepit. Also, the power of Jesus doesn't work in this, because Jesus doesn't work like that. Jesus hasn't performed a miracle since biblical times, and it's definitely not going to start right now.
All right. Jeremy, you got a rebuttal?
I do.
Get him.
All right. First of all, you're made of paper, so you won't be strong enough to hold any weapons. Second of all, the Pope does have water. It's called holy water. He uses it for baptisms. Throws out all over you. You're mush. You're done, son. Also, you being made of paper, you're still weak as fuck. I see old people able to rip through paper all the damn time. So, I think I got this, yeah.
Cam?
I was raised by my grandparents. I know 60-year-old people that can't even press the button down on spray tan lotion, much less rip through paper. You don't have any dexterity in your hands, and you don't have the strength. Your holy water might give you the advantage, but I don't think that you have the hand-eye coordination to hit me with it. Also, I'm going to have shields, although be it made of paper. So you can splash your holy water on me, and it can hit my shield, taking that away. But then I'm going to come back at you, and hopefully I can get that knocked out of your hand. So let's say you get one shot with your holy water. I still think I can block it with my gladiatorial shield. Being a gladiator, I still have the military knowledge, the fight knowledge. I still think I got this, no matter if there's 100 popes.
You're saying the same shit. All right. So I am vetoing the security because...
That's perfectly fine. I thought
it's just the Pope.
Yeah,
We have to keep in mind that if the gladiator's made out of paper, his weapon's made out of paper, so it is wieldable.
Okay.
When you didn't bring up the holy water in your initial argument, I got worried. And I was starting to think about all these paper cuts you were going to get. And then when you fired that out in the last 30 seconds, Jeremy, I got to give you the dub on that.
Oh, shit, motherfucker. Someone's been dethroned.
The holy water was the game changer, and as soon as I think what triggered you to go to holy water was Cam telling you that you didn't have water.
Exactly, you nailed it.
I did. I fucked myself on that one.
Like as soon as you said that, like I had to grip my teeth not to be like fuck. So,
isn't that the second time I've got the paper one as well?
Yeah,
yes.
I believe so.
Well, it was in our practice rounds.
Yep. But I mean, it's all luck of the draw.
Sure.
And then on Friday,
that means
I'm buying an expansion.
I've lost 1-1-3.
All I can say is Requiesce and Pace.
All right, so I kind of enjoyed playing Jeremy last week, so I think I'm going to play Jeremy next week.
That sounds fine.
I will mediate. We'll switch it up.
Word.
I say we each pick a card and fight to the death. No modifiers.
Do you think, I got an idea too, is should the way we do it be whoever loses has to, like next week, if me and Carmin do Superfight and Carmin wins, then it should be Cam versus Carmin, but if I win, it should be Cam versus me again?
We can do round robin like that every week.
I like that. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
And what were you saying?
Let's do it, baby. I said we each pick a card right now. We battle to the death. No modifiers. Let's go.
All right. Tell me when to stop, Cam.
Stop.
You are a werewolf.
Damn, he has good picks.
Jeremy.
Stop.
You got an Olympic gymnast.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, so one of you guys say stop for me.
Stop.
Stop.
All right. Wow. I got Canada.
Like
that's a character card.
Yes.
Like
The country Canada.
Oh, Canada.
oh god.
I don't even know how to begin on that one.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. I'm deporting everything out of the country. So you guys aren't fucking with me at all.
I don't know how you fight against Canada. I mean, like the Canadians aren't going to hunt a werewolf. They don't even like to. They apologize for everything.
I was gonna say I've got a plan. You're so polite. You don't have any guns. Your prime minister is a pussy. So I think Canada is gonna lose.
Oh, Canada.
All right. So if I am Canada, I'm just gonna call my allies in to just fucking kill everybody at the Olympics and kill every animal on the planet. That's it. I don't know what to do here.
Well, I think that the werewolf gains speed and strength in his werewolf form, so I think that he would outdo an Olympic athlete. So I think that a werewolf would run and be faster than an athlete. So I think I've got the athlete.
I'll just pole vault into Canada, and I'll just wait it out.
I don't know how to fight a whole country.
Oh.
All right, Carmin catches the W on that one because nobody can fucking figure out how to defeat Canada. Obviously.
Only one that can beat Canada is any other country in the world.
Oh.
That's it for the Hella Average Games cast. Carmin, give them the rundown.
Well, check us out on our own website, hellaaveragegaming.com. Jeremy has been cooking us up a sexy new logo that's going to go along with our sexy new website that I'm going to start working on probably in the next week or so. We need you to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube. We're like 27 subscribers away from getting a custom URL, and we really, 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 really want that to where we don't have to send you youtube.com/channel/gibberish. Follow us on SoundCloud, listen to us on Stitcher, subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, leave us a review, a thumbs up, a like, a subscribe on any of those. If you want us to buy even more Superfight expansions and fight to the death, even though you can't kill me because I'm Canada, support us on patreon.com or shoot us with a donation on PayPal, and I can send you those details if you hit me up. And on that note, stay hella average.
Bye-bye.
Good night.